Hey guys, today I want to teach you how to make this copper and wood plant stand. It can be customized to whatever size plant you have, but I'm going to show you how I made mine. First, I'm going to walk you through all the materials you're going to need. All of the copper pieces are going to be on the same aisle at your hardware store. Everything's going to be a 1/2 inch in diameter. This is going to be your copper tube, and you're also going to need a copper tee. You're going to need 8 of these. They sell them in a pack of 10, so I went ahead and bought 10 of them. You're also going to need 8 copper caps, and they sell these individually. The next thing you're going to need is a wooden dowel. It comes in about 5 foot length, and I bought mine in 5/8 of diameter, so it'll fit a little bit more snug in the copper pieces. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is measure the diameter of your plant that you'll be using, and that will tell you how wide your base needs to be. So the first thing you're going to do is measure out for the center piece of the base. So I bought a pipe cutter, which you're going to need. This one specifically cuts copper pipe anywhere from 1/8 of an inch to 1 1/8 of an inch. You can buy it more specific to whatever size copper piece you need, but this one's worked really well for me and is easy to use. So since my plant is so small, the inner fittings that are going to connect these copper tees are going to be as small as you can get them, which is about 3/4 of an inch. So the way this works is you're going to fit the pipe in and turn the handle until it's snug, and then you're going to rotate the pipe 1 full turn and then tighten it again a little bit more, and rotate 1 full turn and tighten a little bit more, and keep going until it has come off. And it usually takes me about 4 or 5 tries, and then it pops off just like that. Now that you have 4 pieces of copper cut into 3/4 of an inch, you're just going to fit them together with your copper tees like a puzzle. Okay, so you're going to take the first copper tee and put your connector piece in just like this, and then you're going to get another one and put it in just like that, and you're going to do the same thing, but they're going to be the opposite way, upside down, just like this, and then you'll put in a connector piece right here and a connector piece right here. And then you just fit these 2 snug together, and there you have your base. So now that you have your base where the plant is going to be sitting on done, you're going to make the connector pieces for the copper tees that are going to hold the wooden dowels. So you're going to need 4 of them. I measured mine out to be 1 1/4 of an inch, and then you're just going to start putting one on each of the copper tees and connecting it to this like a puzzle. You're going to put each of these copper tees with connectors in each of these holes. So it looks something like this. So now we're going to cut our dowel. Mine is going to have the 4 bottom pieces be 5 1/4 inches, and the 4 top pieces are 3 1/4 inches. So you're going to go ahead and cut it. You can cut it with a handsaw or a circular saw. I had a miter saw and used that, and you're going to end up with something that looks kind of like this, a little rough. So you're going to use some sandpaper and smooth it down so it looks more like this. Once you have all of your wood pieces cut, I went ahead and assembled it first to make sure that it looked the way that I wanted it to before I used the glue and made it permanent. I chose to have the longer pieces on the bottom. You can choose to have them on the top. It's really whatever look you prefer. So it's going to be wobbly at first, but you just want to make sure that it looks the way you want it to and that it's going to fit your plant. And that fits great. So now you can go ahead and take the dowel pieces out and paint them, stain them, do whatever you like, and then you're going to go ahead and glue it all together. I chose to paint my dowels black and put a little bit of Gorilla Glue on each piece before I put it in. It takes a tiny little drop because it expands to 3 times its size. So do not worry about not using enough. You're just going to have to put it on there. It's going to be a little bit wobbly still, but I left mine overnight and now it will not budge. A little trick that I used is I put all the glue on and set it up the way that I wanted it to, and then I found a book and set it on top and used a level to make sure that it was level, and I left it there overnight. Lastly, you are going to take each of the 8 copper caps, put a little bit of Gorilla Glue on it, and then place it on the outside of each one. And just like that, you have your plant stand. All right, that wraps up my plant stand tutorial. Thank you so much for watching and following along.